Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our second Yin Yoga practice with myself, Jillian. I'm so happy you're here. I'm not sure if you've done the first Yin sequence or any of my other videos yet, but this is going to be another beautiful gift that we give ourselves. Yoga truly is such a gift for your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul. I want to remind you that Yin Yoga is a very specific type of yoga. It's best done later on, after the sun has set, later on in the day. It can be very effective right before bed and allow you just to settle into deep, deep relaxation. Of course, you could do Yin Yoga anytime. When I was teaching weekly classes, it was a Saturday morning Yin practice that I taught. So you can certainly, whenever you feel you just need to slow down and get into your body a bit differently than maybe you do with other styles of yoga or movement, please just do this practice anytime. We don't do as much. So with Yin Yoga, the focus is more on allowing ourselves to get deeper and deeper and to release more and more in the smaller number of postures that we actually do. I'll be guiding us through lots of breathing, and let's go ahead and get started. If there's any position that you feel is not comfortable for you, first I would invite you to prop up more. I've got my pillows handy, lots of pillows. If you have other specific yoga blocks, blocks or bolsters, have them around as well. Today my focus is going to be more on opening up the front of the body, the chest, in towards the abdomen and the hip flexors, the fronts of our legs, as well as into the adductors, the groins as well. We're going to start with our legs up either on a wall, so I'm using an ottoman today, which you could use a chair, a bench of sorts, or you can scooch your pelvis, scooch your butt right up against a wall and have your legs straight. That will give you more of a hamstring stretch. And then if your lower back is feeling uncomfortable, simply place a pillow under your lower back or under your head, okay? Be cozy, so put on extra sweater, have a blanket around, keep your socks on. Have some water available as well, and here we go. Let's bring our legs up. Have the hips, have the pelvis as close to whatever you're using, whether it's a wall, a chair, an ottoman. You can choose to place a little pillow under the back of your head or underneath the lower back as well, and then simply let your arms release out to the side. You can do a little bit of side-to-side movement, swaying your hips. Let your shoulder blades drop back into the ground. Release them a couple times. Squeeze the shoulder blades together gently and then soften them away from the spine into the ground. You can close your eyes if you haven't yet. Close your eyes and allow your mind to focus on the breath. And see how your head feels. If you want to rotate your head slowly, anytime that you are moving in Yin Yoga, it's not that you can't move or that we won't move. Anytime that you move, though, move slowly, allowing the head to gently rock from side to side. All the while, become more and more aware of your breath. Notice the body being breathed. Allow the body to be breathed. It's feeling heavy in the back of your skull, down the back
up your shoulder blades, out your arms, relax and release your arms so that your fingers curl into relaxation. Notice the rise of the belly with each inhalation and the fall of the belly with each exhalation, like waves. Continuously rising and falling, really allowing the hips to settle deeper and deeper. Relax the lower back, relax the lower back. Relax the lower belly at the tailbone, and the sit bones relax all the way into the pelvis, and let the legs be fully supported by whatever you're using, your chair or the wall. Just release the legs. Allow yourself to transition from whatever you were just doing or whatever you happened to do today, and encourage more this connection to you being here, present, existing here. Simply exist as you are. The yin energy is more subtle. It does not mean it's any less powerful than the balancing yang, which is active and dynamic. Our yin energy slows us down so that we can become more and more aware of the subtle experiences. So you may notice your heart beat. You may certainly notice the activity of your mind. And without any judgment at all, you lovingly encourage your mind to keep coming back to the breath. Let your mind ride the waves of your breath so that you can feel whatever it is you're feeling here in the body, present now. Let yourself swallow whenever you need to swallow. Keep the jaw unhinged, the tongue heavy, the eyes soft and settled, the forehead smooth. And then little by little begin to deepen your breath. Invite your fingers and your toes to wiggle. Invite your head to rock side to side. You can bring your hands, let them rest on the belly, the front of the ribs, on your chest, allowing you to feel the breath. Surrender anything that feels like it is gripping, whether that's physical tension, mental, emotional constraints. Commit, again without force, without strong expectation, just commit to a practice of letting go, of deeply surrendering into yourself more and more and more and more. You can flutter your eyes open at any time here. We will be transitioning towards the hands and knees, so just take the time you need to possibly stretch your arms to the sides or above you. Maybe you yawn. If you're at the wall, you may need to scooch away a little bit and then roll to your side. Grab a sip of water. Notice if maybe you want an extra layer. When we're on our hands and knees, if it bothers your knees at all, please put a blanket down. Put a nice blanket down. We're going to have the knees wide, preparing to come into a child's pose. Big toes touch ideally. Extend forward and bring the head down. Now, another nice thing, it can be even a bigger pillow. You can place a pillow between your ankles, or your heels rather, and your hips. That can take some pressure off. As you come forward, you can also place a pillow under your forehead. Your arms can release out in front of you in a relaxed way. Child's pose is such a beautiful posture to feel the back body being breathed. So breathe deeply and fully allow the back body to be breathed. The back of the heart, the back of the ribs, the back of the pelvis, the back of the throat. Every exhale, get heavier, soften the heart, relax the pelvic floor, relax the jaw. Let your mind ride the waves of each breath continuously. In child's pose, we have our forehead down, connecting to the earth. So much of Yin Yoga is about being more and more in tune with the earth's energy. Very much we work with gravity in Yin Yoga, so let gravity melt the muscles away from the bones. Let gravity melt and release the muscles away from the bones. Every exhale, release the muscles away from the bones everywhere, so that inhale can go to all the new space that you continue to create. Let your inhale bring you up just enough to make a side stretch over to the left. Again, it's not an active stretch. Just move your body to the left and then relax the arms, the elbows there, and breathe into that right side of your body a little more. You can explore what it feels like to rotate the head side to side, massaging the forehead from the left side to the right side, any amount. You do not have to move at all, but if you choose to move, move slow. Keep inviting the breath to deepen little by little, exhalations and inhalations. Breathe all the way down into your waistline, the hips, the legs being breathed. Every exhale, get heavier. Allow yourself to release a little more every exhale. Each inhale, just notice that space you've already created in your lungs, in your rib cage, in your shoulder girdle, in your throat, in your brain, your skull, your arms, all being breathed and soften. Every exhale, melt away the muscles, away from the bones. On your inhale, just come back to center. Lift your head enough. Exhale to the right. It's just any amount, not very much, so it feels like an active stretch, but just go to that limit. Release the head down. Now we are breathing more into the left side of the body, but you may certainly feel more space in the right side from what has already taken place within you. Just completely surrender the weight of your brain down through your third eye, that space between the eyebrows and the frontal lobe and the forehead. Relax more. So even though Yin Yoga invites us to slow down and become more aware of our subtle experiences as human beings, we do still have, goals, or we do still have intentions, strong intentions, and one is to relax more, to release more, to let go more and more and more, to allow this to happen, to give ourselves permission. And on your inhale, come back to center, settle in child's pose just for a few moments. Let your inhale help guide you up Remove any of your props, and next we're going to be laying flat down on the belly, the chest, the fronts of the legs. You can make a little pillow with your hands, elbows out to the side. Again, you can rest your forehead down on your hands and just rock the legs in and out. Get your breath to move deeply down, down into the lower body. Notice maybe one leg feels different than the other. You can notice, right? The more you notice about yourself, the more you simply gain a deeper awareness, which can lead to understanding. So notice whatever you notice. The beautiful thing about when we lay on our belly is that we can breathe the belly in and out of the ground. So certainly encourage that now. Relax deeply every exhale. Inhale, breathe the belly into the yoga mat and into the ground. Exhale, relax your face, your jaw, your shoulders, your arms. Relax. Now you're going to roll to your left ear and reach your left arm out. I will show you what it looks like on the right. So right arm out, right ear down. You lift up on your right hip. I'm just going to do my left side first, so that I'm facing the camera. So turn onto your left ear, reach out through your left arm. Even before you hike up onto your left hip, you can stay here and breathe deeply into that left side of the body, the chest, left side of the neck, left side of the abdomen. You're welcome at any time that it's feeling available to come up onto your left hip. Now you can have your legs a little bit together. You can bend your left knee and bend your right knee, so you're sort of curling in a bit of fetal pose. It's just that you've got that good stretch going on in the left chest. You bring your head down ideally without any prop, but if you need a pillow, please go ahead. Your left palm is down, so it is not uncommon at all to feel a tingling sensation, to feel numbness. We are giving a great stretch with gravity to that entire brachial plexus of nerves that run in the region of the armpit, the neck, and of the arm. Deepen that breath, please. Close the eyes. Notice if there is any head movement this time, and maybe it's your chin tucking and lifting. Maybe you're finding a bit of a pressure point around your temple. I certainly hope nobody's wearing glasses. It's basically impossible. Your temple is right in the ground. I know that there are many people that like to take the right hand, rest it up on the right hip, or even drape the right hand behind. And that's okay. It does open up the chest more, but I want you to focus on the left side. So please make sure that you feel this mostly in your left side. If your legs are straight and you want to bring your right leg back behind you, that's fine too, but make sure there's no pinching in your lower back. Ideally with Yin Yoga, none of our muscles are engaged. So that is why we use as many props as we need, and we stay in a shape. Okay, so you modify the shape so that it allows you to release and relax without having to engage any of your muscles. This is an absolutely beautiful position to be in. For most people, every day we get so short and tight in the pecs, the pec muscles, the chest muscles. So much of life is forward, right? It really requires us to have our arms forward in front of the body. It's quite rare indeed that we do anything with our arms back behind us. So this is a beautiful way to bring some balance and to open up that front of the body. In yoga, the front of the body is believed to be our personal body, and the back of the body is believed to be our universal body. The front body stretching, opening can feel more vulnerable. But I promise you, the more that you connect to and open and lengthen, create space in the front, the more you can then settle into the back, to settle into all that which connects us, universal connection. Too much restriction in the front body can cause not only physical dysfunctions, lack of breathing, right? It's so important to open the front body so that our diaphragm has room to expand, our lungs have room to expand. And opening the front body just connects you more to your heart's ability to lead you, to your heart to lead you through your life, and the choices you make, and how it is that you decide, even you process more heart-centered. We'll slowly transition back to the belly, the chest, the front of the body. We'll take our time there and pause in the middle. So don't go over to the right just yet. Just pause in the middle. Rest on your forehead, your chin, your nose. Just rest somewhere flat on your face. Make a pillow if you need, or just rest flat down. You can choose to gently rock the legs back and forth. See if already you can become aware of like a deeper space or softness, more softness in that left side. I'm just turning around. You do not have to do that. Simply roll onto your right ear. When you're ready, reach out through your right arm. Just take a little bit of time and simply be there with your right ear down. And do grab a small pillow if you need. The right arm extended out. Expand into the right side of your body with each inhale. And soften more and more and more and more with each exhale. Close your eyes, unhinge your jaws. Tongue heavy, brain relaxed. You can come up onto the right hip at any time here. You certainly don't have to. You can choose to have the legs straight, left leg behind you is fine. The right knee bent, curled in, the left knee bent, curled in, somewhat of a fetal posture, except that right arm is extended back behind you to the right, palm down. Certainly feeling perhaps some restriction in the front of your chest, the front of your shoulder, the front or the side of your neck. Some head movements can be very nice. A gentle tilt, the chin down and the chin up, a gentle rotation back closer to your ear, or forward closer to your eyebrow. The left hand is welcome to rest up on the left hip, or you can drape the left hand behind you if that's feeling available and it doesn't pinch your lower back or engage your glutes, right? No engagement of the lower body, please. Completely relax. and honor that the focus is the right side. So stay deeply aware of the right side of your body being breathed. Keep encouraging your muscles to soften away from your bones, your face muscles, your neck muscles, your chest muscles, your back muscles, your shoulder muscles, your arm muscles, your hand muscles, everything soften away from the bone. Let go more. Relax more. Inviting the mind to ride the waves of the breath. And little by little, come back onto the belly, the chest, the front of the body. Let your legs be long. You can certainly make a little pillow for your forehead, or just bring your forehead down or your chin down and be here. Gentle rocking of the legs in and out. Any other organic movement up your spine, your shoulders, your neck, your head. Take your time to push yourself up. It's nice to transition on the elbows and the forearms. Maybe another child's pose would feel appropriate. We're going to sit with our right leg extended out so that we can stretch the back of the leg. Left knee bent, left foot in. Remember, lots of props can be used here. A knee, a pillow under the left knee, a pillow under the right knee. We're going to turn our body over the right leg and start to fold. You don't have to flex your toes in. Let the foot relax. If it's rolling out, let it roll out. If it's rolling in, let it roll in. You can pull the flesh away from your sit bones. You can take another prop and sit on another prop. As you fold forward, you can even use another prop between your leg and your torso. If you're able to release your head down, it will deeply stretch the back of the neck. If you're finding you just can't get the head down, it's all good. Just do your best to relax the shoulder blades away from the ears and let the head hang heavy. We're connecting to the back of our body, so anywhere, maybe you don't feel the stretch in the back of your right leg. Maybe you actually feel it more in the back of your left waistline, the back of your left hip. Maybe you feel it somewhere deeply in your spine, lower back, mid back, upper back, neck, skull. Just simply connect to the entire back of your body. Breathe into wherever it is that you are feeling this. And exhale, soften the muscles away from the bones. Just like with more of an active style of yoga, there is a progression. Our body does warm up from the inside out here, so you may notice yourself soften within the postures deeper and deeper. You may notice the weight of your body transfer, especially in seated postures. You may notice the weight of your body transfer more from one hip to the other. You may feel more evenly distributed. Propping up your body appropriately will allow you, as you let go, as you stay here, as you be here, as you exist here, present, as you continue to practice Yin Yoga. You may certainly notice more and more a sense of evenness, an even flow of breath throughout the body, an even ability, right? Equilibrium, equanimity and equilibrium. If there is one part of the body that is very restricted to you, for whatever reason, due to an injury, due to your posture, it could be physically restricted, there could be a mental or an emotional block. Whatever it may be, if you do notice an area, one side feeling a lot more sticky, bound down than another side, it's all simply there for you to be aware of. And you will learn whatever it is that you are meant to learn, whenever it is that you're meant to learn it. So yoga really invites us to trust the process, to trust the unknown, to practice being okay with that, and to practice even inviting that. Take your time to come out of this side. I certainly like to sit in the middle for a few moments with the eyes closed to notice the sensations up and down your spine, across the upper back, the lower back, wherever. Take your time to transition to the other side. You can support your legs with the help of your hands so that your legs themselves don't have to engage more than they need to. You might use the same amount, types of props Pull the flesh away from your sit bones. Take your time to twist the body. Twist the body over the left leg and fold forward. A pillow between the leg and the torso feels divine right now. Remember, you are not asking your foot to flex. You're not asking any engagement of your muscles. Let the toes relax as much as every other part of you. If the leg is rolling out, let it roll out. If it's rolling in, let it roll in. Let the body be. We need time, right? We give ourselves time. We need time. As soon as you shift into the next posture, it feels quite different. You notice, right, where it's tight, where it's restricted here in this new posture. So luckily in yoga, the entire point is to do less. We are in no rush. This can be very difficult for our mind, especially if we are a type of person or just our life happens to be that way. Lots of responsibilities and we're always required to be doing something and going on to the next something, and to feel burnt out from all that, when we actually have the time and space to endeavor a creative project that really, brings us joy for ourselves, we have no energy left over for it, no space left over. So yin yoga, first of all, is a creative practice. All yoga is an art. You're making beautiful art shapes. And with yin yoga, the emphasis is on taking time, not rushing to get into the posture, and certainly not rushing when we're here. Remember that you can move. You can move your hips, sway them back and forth. You can move your spine, your head. Just let the movement feel slow, organic. You're encouraging that part of your mind that does the thinking to really take a back seat. We're not thinking about anything. We're not thinking really about what we're doing. We're allowing the mind to be led by the breath more, because breathing is a physical experience. We are allowing the mind to be more in the body. Just notice where you can let go. The head, the face, the jaw, the tongue, the shoulders, the arms, the hands relax. The lungs relax, the ribs relax, the back relax, the belly. So you feel yourself being breathed. You let yourself be breathed completely, in whatever capacity. Let yourself be breathed completely, exhaled completely, and inhaled completely. The shape is lengthening the entire posterior chain, the entire back body. You may certainly feel the back of your left leg, or maybe more in the back of your right hip. your spine somewhere. Lower, middle, upper spine. The skull. And when you are ready, let's begin to come out. Little by little, you can sit there in the center, nice and tall. Just allow the spine to lengthen, allow the shoulder blades to soften down, allow any amount of inner expansion, outer softness, draping, melting, muscle away from bone. Gently blink the eyes open. We'll do one more hip posture, laying down on our back, and then we'll transition onto our belly again. Take your time to get onto your back. You might grab a sip of water, have your pillows nearby, grab an extra layer if you're feeling you want it. On our backs, we'll have our knees bent and our feet flat. You can lift and lower your pelvis once or twice. This just helps to reset the sacrum from that twist we just did. Then you'll cross your right ankle over your left thigh. This might be enough for some of us. No need to even take the left leg off the ground. If you have your chair or your ottoman nearby, you can actually take it under the back of your left leg, and then your arms can stay out of it completely. That might be enough of a stretch for you. Some of you may want more. So by that I mean that you have your left leg bent right knee over the ankle. You can do this at a wall, so it would be more of this sort of an angle with your foot at the wall. And that is more of the deeper expression of the posture. It's never really about depth, but you can certainly draw the left leg into the body, interlock the hands, a gentle grip on the back of the left leg. Do the best you can to keep the shoulders relaxed down. Some of us, our hips are very tight. This can be quite a difficult position to stay in for a while. All sorts of distractions, all sorts of thoughts can come up, all sorts of heat can be felt in the body. So please do the best you can here to just be here, to continually soften and relax the hips. A side-to-side motion may feel nice for you. A side-to-side motion of the head as well might feel nice, and maybe you get to a sweet spot where there's a bit of a rotation of your hips one way or a bit of rotation of your head one way, and you just want to stay there and be there for a bit. That's great. Let the belly be breathed. Let the belly be breathed. Relax your hips, both of your hip bones, both of your sit bones. Relax. And pay special attention to your right side of the pelvis, the right sit bone, the right side of your lower back and lower belly, but ultimately your entire body here softens with each exhale. Close your eyes, relax your brain, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. regular Yin Yoga practice can certainly help you to deepen the breath more, consistently, more regularly throughout your days, weeks, months, years. It is a practice. We are not in a rush. But even feeling throughout this time together already, the capacity of your breath to be a little longer, to be a little wider, to be a little deeper, to be a little softer. Such a gift. Take your time, only if you're ready. There's no rush at all. Slowly switch to the other side. Pause in the middle, see if that feels good. For you to stay in the middle before you cross the left ankle. Remember, you can keep your right foot flat on the ground. You can rest your right leg on the prop you were using. You could bring the right foot bent against the wall, or you can hold on to the back of the right leg. If the arms just don't feel long enough, a strap can be totally appropriate. I am not using too many traditional yoga props in case the majority of us out there don't have access to props, although a strap is pretty simple. You could use a belt, you could use a scarf. Do the best you can to release the shoulders down. Maybe you rock your hips side to side. Maybe you rock your head side to side, nice and slow, of course. There might be a sweet spot or a few sweet spots where you feel more of that restriction in your hip, in your neck, or anywhere really. The great thing about yoga and Yin Yoga, I know for sure, is that it allows us to have a direct experience of our body being one. Sure, we have all these seemingly separate muscles, but in fact the body is one continuous layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. Without going too much into the fascia, Yin Yoga certainly targets our fascia. And that's why it's nice, I find, to work with this image or this experience of the muscles melting away from the bones. Release. All the muscles away from all the bones to give you that deeper, direct experience of the body. You're not necessarily trying to make this a stretch for your left hip. You may certainly feel it in your left hip. There's a good chance that you are feeling it in your left hip, but the more you let go, the more you allow yourself to be here, then you may feel a pull, the fascia pulling elsewhere along maybe the opposite side of your spine. That is just one of many, many possibilities, endless possibilities. There are endless possibilities for you and me, for us all, in terms of what we can create, who we can continue to evolve and become. And by taking the time to honor who you are, to allow yourself this time and space to be and exist, it simply strengthens that connection, that awareness, that understanding. Beautiful belly breaths here. Keep encouraging beautiful deep inhalations down into the depths of your body. Exhale, release more, relax more. And then if you're ready, there's no rush at all. You'll come out of this second side. You can pause with the legs straight and the arms straight. Lift and lower the hips again is great. Adjust the shoulders. Take a moment here with the legs and arms straight. Close the eyes and be. And then wiggle your fingers, your toes, your nose, rotate your head a little bit. We're going to transition to our belly one more time. It will be a half frog. You might potentially bring a chest stretch into it as well. Decide on if you're wanting or needing props, okay? From the belly and chest, you take the right leg out at about a 90-90 if possible. Right hip to right knee, 90-degree angle. Right knee to right ankle, 90-degree angle. Come down. You can turn on to your left ear or your right ear. I do enjoy the opposite. So right leg out and left ear down. If you're feeling a lot of tenderness in that right knee, put a pillow under the right knee. You're lengthening the inner groin, the adductor muscles. Now, if you are on your left ear and you want to reach out through the left arm and get a little bit more of a chest stretch again into that left pec, please go right ahead. But the main focus here is on feeling that spaciousness in the right side. So there's the option to reach out through the right arm as well and be down on the right ear. I'm going to encourage you to sort of explore both ways and decide for yourself. There's no right way or wrong way. Again, breathe deeply into the right inner leg, the right side of your pelvis. Beautiful belly breaths here. So to be honest, for me right here, right now, I am preferring the right arm out and the right ear down. So there's often times where I do opposite, leg and arm, and today, right here now, it's feeling really nice. The right leg at the 90-90, a half frog. Make sure this is feeling comfortable. And for me, the right arm as well on the right ear is what's feeling the best for me right here and now. So listen to your body always. It's like you're giving the ground a hug with your belly. So really do feel every inhale that belly expand into the ground, the sides of the ribs expand. Breathe into that right groin region and whatever arm, right? Just breathe into this posture. And on the exhale, soften the muscles away from the bones. Just keep letting go. Just keep encouraging and just keep giving yourself permission to let go. Relax the pelvic floor. Relax the tailbone and sit bones and the pelvic floor muscles. Relax. Relax that inside of the right leg. Relax the inside of the right knee. Relax the inside of the right calf, shin, the inside of the ankle and foot. Relax the big toe. Relax the inner heel, right? And whatever you're feeling in the upper body, just continue to expand your awareness of yourself here and now. With those beautiful, complete breaths. We'll take our time to come out nice and mindfully. Just pause back on the belly and chest before you transition. Give yourself a moment or two. So remember, you have that left leg out at about a 90-90. You can obviously be adjusting that the knee is lower, that the ankle is in closer. Whatever you need, whatever's working for you, please feel free to always take a pillow if it's feeling tender, right? In the inner knee, that's fairly common. So put a pillow there. You can explore what it feels like to do the opposite side. So with the left knee out, right arm out, turn onto your right ear. You can see if you want the same ear. Left ear down, left arm out. You know, for me, my right side is so much more fascially bound and restricted than my left. So even here, personally, what I am feeling, what I prefer here, this is personal, based on my direct experience of myself, is that even though the left leg is out, I prefer to keep my right arm out. I'm getting a really good deep stretching sensation in the right side of my chest and arm. So always, especially Yin Yoga, really allows us to cater to our body, to cater and complement what it is that we're being led to. Yin Yoga certainly allows you to strengthen your ability to listen to yourself. Very important. Again, it's really beautiful, whatever part of our body's touching the ground, we make that connection. And what I certainly feel when my front body is down is like I'm giving a hug, giving a big, beautiful hug to the planet. I really enjoy feeling my belly push. With every inhalation, I'm not forcing it to, you just allow the belly to expand and push into the ground. And on the exhale, relax. Wherever you can relax, release the muscles away from the bones. And then little by little, when you're ready, no rush at all, start to come back and just pause on the belly, the chest, the forehead. Maybe turn your head from side to side really gently. We're going to prepare for our final Shavasana now, and I am encouraging you to either take your legs up on a wall again, on your chair again, or roll up your yoga mat and lay it along your spine. You could do that with yoga blocks, 2 yoga blocks along your spine, but again, I'm just wanting to not use many yoga props in these videos. So I will show you what I mean. Please, there's no rush at all. If you're like, I don't want to move, I don't want to roll up my yoga mat right now, then you don't have to, but this is what it would be, up and down along your spine. Please get a blanket. Certainly put on socks. Okay, I'll leave that one on. Certainly put on some socks, grab a final sip of water. So you want to make sure your head doesn't fall off. So your head is like at the top of the mat, and your sacrum should be at the bottom, but your hips should be off, okay? So your hips are on the ground, you bring it just on top of that at the sacrum. Keep your knees bent as you lay back. You should feel that your head can rest on the rolled up yoga block. And then extend your legs out, relax the arms. Just a nice, beautiful way to lift the chest and let the shoulder blades soften back. Close the eyes. Deeply let go now. Deeply, 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 deeply let go. Let go, let go. Let the weight of your body surrender completely down into the ground. Your forehead is smooth, the eyes have settled, the jaw is unhinged, and the tongue is heavy. Relax the throat. Relax the collarbones and the shoulder blades into your arms. Relax. Just letting the muscles fall away from the bones. From your crown to the base of your spine, relax every sequence of the spine, every part of the spine, relax. Into those ribs, relax. Into your hips, relax. Allow all the muscles to melt deeply away from the bones. Feel that connection of your sacrum, sit bones, tailbone, pelvic floor feels open, deeply relaxed all the way down the legs. Deeply relax the legs, the knees, the ankles, the feet. Feeling the muscles fall away and melt away from the bones. What you may also experience is the bones floating, a sensation of feeling of your bones. They float within the matrix of your tissue layers. Feel the bones float in the matrix of your tissue layers. Your breath to slowly deepen. certainly welcome to stay longer in Shavasana. Just reach over and pause the video. And if you are ready, wiggle your fingers, your toes, your nose. Let your wrists and ankles and your head rotate a bit, nice and slow. You know, the hands may want to come rest up on the body to wrap yourself in a hug, a warm, loving embrace. We'll seal our practice in a seated posture, so take your time to roll to your side. Coming up to sit, the rolled up yoga mat can be a nice prop to sit on. You can grab a pillow if you have a pillow nearby. Let's make some heat between our hands, rub them together, bring them at your heart center, your sternum, to help lift the heart. Close the eyes, relax the shoulder blades down the spine. You may feel quite settled in your face, that it's easy for that half smile to appear. It takes no effort at all for that half smile, that Buddha smile. Let your legs release, let your pelvis release down. You can join me for 3 ohms. You can simply listen to the vibration through the screen. Exhale completely. And then inhale completely. Namaste. Have a beautiful sleep. Have a beautiful day, evening, wherever you might be at. I'd love to hear from you in any way that you're comfortable, to reach out, to leave me a comment. It is so wonderful to share this time and space with you. Thank you for committing to your yoga practice. Until next time.